Hello everybody, thank you for coming to join me this afternoon. I'm just come to share the latest project that I've been working on. The kit that I've used in this is Paulette's Life on Film, and that's the bulk of the pages. And I've also used two kits from Mrs Cogs, and they were called Vintage Moving Pictures and Vintage Men's Adverts. And the three just complemented each other so well. Images on the front are from Mrs Cogs, and they are from the Vintage Moving Pictures, and you'll see the rest as I go through. One of them is called Life on Film and the other one is called At the Movies. So I'll take you through At the Movies to start with. The fabric on both of these, both of them are soft cover journals. The fabric is, the way that it's printed is some of the writing is upside down, some of the writing is sideways, and some of the writing is the right way up. So it is the right way up. My husband came in when I was doing it and said, you've got your fabric upside down. It isn't, it's the way that it's been printed. So it's definitely the right way up, and it is actually movie fabric. So it's got all sorts on it if you take the time to have a look at it. So as I say, it's a soft cover journal. It measures approximately 6 inches wide and 8.5 tall. Both of them are the same size, single signature, and there's around, I think it's around 84 pages in. And as I say, the image on the front there is from Mrs Cogs Moving Pictures, and they're all vintage black and white images. So on the inside, it's just tied together with some lace. And the lace goes under the picture and over onto the back. So if you can see, there is some ruffle trim on there as well. So on the inside, I've put some red fabric on this one, and some lace. There's a lace pocket there at the bottom as well. This is a card that was left over from the kit, and that's Paulette's kit. So I've included that. You can actually either write on the back, or you could put a picture on it if you wanted to. And then I've also added a little booklet with some additional paper. So there's an additional little journaling spot there. These images are actually from a book that I've got of the 1940s films. So I've included some of those images as well. So image there, Gone with the Wind. And then on the inside, there's a window envelope tuck spot here. So it's got one of the cards from Paulette there, Fred Astaire. That tucks in the back. And there's just some tickets there in the pockets. And then the image at the back there is Carmen Miranda. And I had to include her because my dad always used to comment on her hats and say they look like bowls of fruit. So that just reminds me of my dear old father. That goes in there. As I say, there's a tuck spot just there, and there's also one there as well. So this paper is from the book that I had, the 1940s films. I can't remember where this paper was from. So tuck spot here, this is a page from the book that I had, and then it's got one of Mrs Cogs' images on there from the Moving Pictures, and also on there. And again, one of the book pages that I had. Some ruffle trim there, and there's a little dangle there of a camera. Thought that was quite appropriate. There's a window envelope here with a pocket on the front, and again some images from the book that I had. And that looks through there to Trigger. I think the horse was called Trigger, wasn't it? Roy Rogers and Trigger. And down the sides of these pages, I've just collaged one of the pages out of the book that I had. Another book page there. And a pocket there. Again, one of the book page images. There's just a little fabric flip just there. A little tuck spot there. And also there. these pages from Paulette, you can either stick something of it on it or you can actually write on it. Again, one of the book pages. This is just an envelope that I made out of one of the book pages. And then that's a spare image that I had from Paulette's kit. It says Laurel and Hardy, but actually I think it's Abbott and Costello, I think. Some designer cardstock that I had there with cameras on. So I thought that was appropriate, and you can write on the back. Again, one of the lovely images from Mrs Cog and some fabric ruffle. And again, there's an image there from the book that I had with Laurel and Hardy. And book page. Some more images from the book and another book page. There's a tuck spot here. So this is from Mrs Cog, from hers. I think it's the vintage men's adverts. It just seemed to hit the right time. These are from Roxy's Creations. And there. Phantom of the Opera. And in the centre there, as I say, these are really good to write on. And again, I've put the collage down the edge as well. Tuck spot there with a card in it. The book page. Image there of Donald Duck. I don't know who the parrot's called. Some more fabric ruffle there. This one of my favourite films. Some more. That one's from the kit from Paulette. And then I've just done a collage tag there. Sorry, Great Expectations, that one's from. That opens out for an extra journaling space, or you could actually glue it shut if you wanted to. And that's one of the extra images from Paulette's kit. I split the kit between the two journals, so the format of these journals is the same, but they've got different kit pages inside them. And again, there's a little tuck spot there. Again, some trim from Roxy's Creations there. Book page. That flips out, so there's extra writing space, and I cut a couple of images. So I don't think you can see that. There we go. A couple of images out of my book. So there's plenty of writing space. And again, one of the cards that was left over. This is actually wrapping paper. I had a little bit left over from my last journal, so it's gone in as a page. Envelope there with some collaging on. One of the images from Mrs Cog there. Image there from the book. And then this is the back of the window envelope. And on the back there's a pocket with a tuck spot, so I've put a couple of cards, a card in there. And another one from Paulette's kit. So still lots of room in this one to write. And if you're a film buff, then you can have a look through and see if you can name those films. Some more writing space there. Book page. And I think he's spying on, I think that's from, is it Fantasia? I'm not sure, but I think he's spying on them. And that's, there's a little pocket just there. And then that flips up. There's a tuck spot there. And there's Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire in there. And as I say, there's a tuck spot there. And then at the back there, another little journaling card. And then in the back there's the lace pocket again. And this is one of the images from Paulette's kit that I didn't use in this journal, so I've done it as a journaling card. So that one is Life on Film. And then this one, as I say, it follows the same format, but it has different pages from the kit. So this one is at the movies, and on the front there again is one of the images from Mrs Cog, and some fabric there behind, and some ribbon down, and some vintage buttons. And again the fabric that's from the film festival. Again, it's just close together with some black lace. And on the inside, again, I've lined this again with red but different fabric. And then again, this is from one of the pages from that kit that I used in that one, an extra one. And again, one of the little booklets, so that there's some extra journaling space with some of the book pages in from the book I had. And that's from the film Ship Ahoy. And again, the window envelope, so there's the tuck spot just there. And it has the double pocket, so there's one at the bottom there and one there. And then there's the tag there in the back. Just fits in there nicely. Image there from Bambi from the book that I had. John Wayne, he had to be in. Again, a little envelope there with a card in. The other one has a card there as well. And again, one of the images from Mrs Cog. A movie card there. Some of these images from Mrs Cog are really nice. It's black and white images, and it must have been something new back then to have your film taken. There's another of the little cameras on there. And there's the Laurel and Hardy that I think is actually Abbott and Costello. So that window envelope looks through there. A bit scary actually now I've noticed that. Little image there, I think this is Tim Holt's paper. And a couple of tags in there. Say Laurel and Hardy, but I think it's Abbott and Costello. I could be wrong. This one, whereas that one had images of people down the sides of the pages, this one has titles of films down the sides and some little picture as well. Little fabric tuck there. Again with John Wayne on there. Again the wrapping paper that I had. And on the back that's another flip. So that flips out for writing space, and there's a tuck spot behind there. Again, another of the envelopes that I've collaged on. And I think again that's an image from the film Great Expectations. Miss Havisham there. And on the back there, one of the images again from Mrs Cog, and that's just collaged on. Again the cardstock, and again that one opens out. There's Roy Rogers on a journaling card. So as I say, that could be glued closed if you wanted, but I've left it open. Another of the book pages, and that's one of the book page images. Another John Wayne there. I think that's Ingrid Bergman. Little tuck spot just there. And then the centre, again, lots of room that you can write on that, and I've put a couple of images on there as well. One of the little belly bands, fabric belly band. Some more, another journaling card. Another of the book pages, and there's that image again. Warner's Theatre. Another journaling card there. And this is a pocket. I think they're the Marx brothers, Groucho Marx. I don't know the names of them all. Journaling cards there. I thought she looked quite sultry in that black dress. And again, one of the three tuck spots. So there's a tuck there, and then the one at the back as well. That's made out of one of the pages from the book that I've got. Another John Wayne. There's actually a little tuck spot just there, as well as in there. I'll put a little card in there. I have got some extras. Envelope there. I think that's Lucille Ball. There's a journaling card, one of the big images from the book. And then the back of the window pocket there, window envelope. And again, there's a pocket just on there. Another book page. These book pages, if you wanted to, you could glue something over the backs of them, because obviously the faces are on the other side. And there's Bambi, waiting for his mum. And then here on the back page, that one, that flips out. And there again, they're film titles, so you can journal on that bit there. And there's a little tuck spot just there. And then there's also some note paper in there. And that just goes inside the little envelope there. And then in the back there's the image Gone with the Wind in that tuck spot there. So they are my two soft cover journals. I say both of them are the same size, and they will be listed later on today in my Etsy store should you be interested. So we've got Life on Film, that one, and At the Movies, that one. So I hope you've enjoyed looking, and if anybody has any questions then please feel free to ask. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.